viewers, today we have this charged Monster 4th generation. This is a completely different bike from charged. Usually they went with motorbikes, like no pedals at all. This baby has pedals, you can pedal it, but you don't need to. There's a thumb accelerator, you can go just by pressing it. So in this bike we have the Bafang motor, which is 1 kilowatt, and it's also got 1.8 watt-hours battery. They've got 3 other e-bikes. So who would buy this bike? I guess a person who needs the throttle assistant but still wants to pedal. But when you don't need to pedal, this thing goes on its own. But this is not the only bike from Charged. So the highlight models of 2021 lineup is the model you've just seen and the Charged Monster 3. This baby requires some balls to handle.
Like, ride with me if you ride with me, you can slide with me if you feel like 550 on the 5 sticky, come get high with me, that's a deal, right? Ride with me if you ride with me, you can slide with me if you feel like 550 on the 5 sticky, come get high with me, that's a deal, right? That's a deal, right? That's a bet, right? That's a deal, right? That's a deal, right? That's a bet, right? That's a deal, right? That's a deal, right? Hey.
If you haven't seen the Charged Monster 3, check out my previous video.
Now let's get back to the main model of this video.
It's quite an exciting bike. What disappoints if you're into extreme riding is the weight, which limits your ability to jump over stuff. You can pedal up to 20 miles an hour, but it stops assisting you over 30 kilometers an hour. But if you want more speed, you just use the thumb throttle and it just accelerates you till 30 miles an hour or 50 kilometers and more. Do it at your own risk. It's heavier than usual EMTB bikes. This one weighs nearly 30. You get a different breed of e-bike here, let's be honest. But if you want a bike like this with Fox suspension, with Magura brakes, it will cost you around 4,500 euros, which is around 4,000 pounds, which is, I think, fair for this kind of bike. Price of this bike starts at 3,000 euros. What needs changing is these wheels that are 25ers need to become 27.5 at least. And with Michelin E-Wild tires, this would grip so much better. Right now, the wheels are too small and the tires are not rough enough, so on the corners you might slide off with it.
The power does drain the battery.
And the motor itself is a little bit laggy compared to EMTB standards. But good news, it can be adjusted. Also, when you're shifting gears or braking, the motor just completely cuts off, which is understandable because it's 1 kilowatt motor. It's not a 250 Bosch, Yamaha, Shimano motor, but it's quite annoying. Is it legal? Not quite, because it's 1 kilowatt, so it's like in a moped class, but it still has pedals, so once you start pedaling it, you feel the surge of power right away.
Ah, come on, come on, come on, come on! Woo!
My hands are freezing after the ride. It's 0 degrees in Lithuania, where I live at the moment, where this bike is manufactured at. But as with all Two Wheels Empire custom bike builds, we deliver them across Europe. So if you need one, hit me up, I'll set you up with one. But let's compare now Specialized Kenevo. This is a different kind of bike, this one, because this 250 watt bike doesn't compare to this bike, but this bike doesn't compare to that one. So these are two different bikes. What are the main differences? Well, first of all, the geometry, the weight and the power. All else is pretty similar, except on e-mountain bike you don't have a throttle button. On this one, however, you do have a throttle button. The geometry is vastly different. This one doesn't take any jumps. This one was built for jumps. It depends on what you intend to use this bike for, and if you want a fun electric bike, get this one. If you want to kick ass and shred in the trails, get that one. So that's it for today. If you guys are interested, check out the link below for charged e-bikes. If you liked the video, hit the subscribe button, hit like, comment, let me know, and see you in the next videos.